from streaming service. I have to give it a moment. It might be live.
It's already live streaming. It said on mine.
There we go. Yes, I think it's working. Okay. Let me just double check. The Zoom to YouTube always kind of gets me, but I don't see it. I don't see where it's going. It says live, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We will just start then. Okay. Sorry, everyone. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Arlene Diamco, also known as the MultiDimensional MD. And I'm here with my friend, Maudy Fowler, who's an award-winning international author, an inspirational speaker, and spiritual consultant. And we've been getting together about monthly for over a year now to chat about life in a way that's supportive and encouraging, because so much on the news can get you down. And we'd like our show, Dr. Arlene and Maudy, to be a source of inspiration. So today we're going to talk about the power of kindness. Right now, just before we were talking about that, there are so many things going on. There's a lot of things to get done also. So I was saying, it feels like that I need so many more hours in the day to be able to get through all the things I've needed to do. And we've both had to put off some things, but then I also had to step back because it was starting to feel run down and say, hey, I need to listen to myself. I need to be kind to myself. So I need to rest when I need to, take care of myself, eat well, and get some movement, and not necessarily be plowing through the day trying to get through my to-do list. And so sometimes I have to give myself reminders, just like, for all of you. And this is why we wanted to talk about this today, about the power of kindness, because it really starts with being kind to yourself. And how have you been, Maudy?
Hey, Dr. Arlene, and thank you for having me again and doing this together and, reaching out and doing outreach to all of you at home. So you all who are tuning in, welcome, welcome. It has just been such a crazy week, Dr. Arlene. It's oh my goodness, power of kindness. Where can I start? I was challenged and tested, and I was tested on my patience, which, growing older, getting a little bit less. But anyways, it was pretty interesting how a conversation went. And sometimes people don't see where they need to actually use a little bit of a tact, how can I say that, strategy. And in a way that shows that not that they don't have respect, oh no, but that is just there. And so there was a lack of that understanding, a lack of, you know me, I'm always there, Maudy, they call me Maudy 911. They say, Maudy, how do I get through this? How do I even move forward? And all of these questions. So the whole week, November, Thanksgiving coming up. So there's so much stress and frustration with preparation, with, people coming, with people, going through different facilities and coming out. And how do I do this? How do so many questions? For me, I'm prepared for that. But when I'm tested on a certain, patient's field, that was something for me that was caught off guard. We did a session that life can be a surprise or an ambush.
Mhm.
Okay, I was ambushed this
Mhm.
whole week with different cases, different people. But what I did understood and recognized is there is this lack with many people of kindness. And that's why we bring this to the attention and see people at home. Dr. Lee, you just mentioned it, when you're tired and blah, 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 and you feel run down. And see, for all of you at home, when you feel like that, you need to, like you did, take a step back.
Mhm.
Because otherwise, because now life is living us. Fair,
Mhm.
right? Life is
Right.
living us. Time is living us. We, get up in the morning. I thank God for, waking up and moving around and being functional. And so it's always my prayer of gratefulness, looking at Thanksgiving, thankfulness. And then, it is kind of like you have the phone calls early in the morning because overseas it's 6 hours difference. So it's kind of like it's living you. You pick it up and say, oh, I got to attend. I got to attend. Meanwhile, I multitask, already cooking in the morning and stuff like that. And then you feel kind of like, okay, it's 3 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock. The day is gone, almost gone because dinner, togetherness, and then the phone keeps on ringing. And you can tell that people are feeling run down as well. So when that happens for you all at home, take a step back, take time. What I did, I unplugged the phone. What I did, I just say, dear Lord, I have to let go and let God. And the first phone I did pick up, is that what I said? Let go, let God, and see what you can do to just be kind to your mind. Because when you run down, what do you have? You get irritated, frustrated, and you get grumpy. So then you automatically, subconsciously project it upon the people
Mhm.
without even knowing. And probably they were not like that. So me recognizing Maudy, so, oh no, I got to do a step back. This
Mhm.
is not where we need to go. So, and that's how I handled the week. That's how I
Mhm.
handled the people. I unplugged myself. I did.
And it takes you have to make a conscious priority to do it because there's so many intense things that are happening in life that it can really pull at you, and you feel like you have to tend to everything that like everything could feel like an
Mhm.
emergency. But like what you said, let go and let God. It's like, well, we can't control everything, even when it is feels like chaos. But we can be that calm in the storm, but that takes taking a step back so that all of these things can continue going on, but then you can still feel calm inside and still tend to yourself and keep your heart and mind aligned. Because sure, it's anyone that's around you, if you get run down and tired, anyone around you is going to be in the path of fireworks. So
So true. That is so true. And that path of fireworks is an action projection. And, for you all at home who are tuning in, you might recognize this scenario or situation. And so, it is just what you said. It's action, reaction, and projection. People just project subconsciously and consciously, and then the kindness is not there. And I always say, the clarity of mind is to recognize, okay, what's going on? And before I get myself in this situation, maybe I have to rethink this. It's because it's not what we say, but how we say it. And that's how we avoid tricky situations, people getting, upset, because in this time, there's so much upsetness
uh-huh.
and anger and
Mhm.
frustration that automatically that kindness has been just drifting away.
My kids are such great reminders because if they see that I'm getting tired, they'll ask me, they're like, Mommy, do you want to take a nap? Or they'll say, Mommy, do you want something to eat? Maybe you're hangry. And they say it in the nicest way. And so I mean, because we'll do the same things for them. It's just, sometimes I just back up and like start offering like, oh, how about have a snack, or, let's
Yeah.
just watch a show together, or, maybe let's go for walkers or something, just to see maybe there's just some basic needs that need to get taken care of. And so, yes, they say it in the nicest way. And so I also remember just like when they're feeling so much, that for us to also to respond in this nice way. But you can't really do that for other people unless you keep your bucket full of just like being able to take care of yourself, and that you have enough resources. So that means you have enough energy, and that you're being kind to yourself, because the more kind you are to yourself, then the easier it is to be nice to other people.
Exactly, exactly. I've written something on the Facebook, and it says, if there's a situation that you are facing and the frustration becomes a wee bit too much, learn to have the clarity of mind and walk away. This is your way of kindness to yourself, that you explain that, and the person in front of you. And so, who at that moment, might not express the kindness. And so, where a word can turn into hurt. So, and that's usually the case, because when that happens, it in many ways and in many scenarios and conversations, it actually escalates from one thing into another. And then people are eager to break other people down instead of lifting them up. And people are eager then to open other doors of negativity, with making sure that they have the last word. People are so eager to have the last word. So when that happens, that word can be turned into hurt, and people, for you at home, I like to rhyme the things, because then you can hold on to some certain phrases where it reminds you how to tap into that, how to do it differently. Okay, so having that said, I think also with the power of kindness, it's again not what we say but how we say it, and lift people up. A kind word can help a person, to make that day, even when we go to the store, to say, oh, you know, you do this good, you look so good, and how are you? Just have that conversation and show that interest, because people are actually, going about their way, their routine, and then it's just dragging people down. So that little bit of kindness for you all at home, that helps so much, so, and that's actually what I shared with so many people on the phone, in the store, and it's kind of like funny, because when you wear people double up mask, well, this moment triple up mask, so they hardly can hear me. So, and then I just make sure that I get my message across to the person in front of me, but it's usually well received. So, and faith, faith, if we step back and turn to faith, our fear will disappear, because fear can hold us back, and then we can, not even embrace that kindness to help people be kind as well. It's always what you give is what you get back.
I've seen, a couple different contrasting personalities in the last week. So there are some people where you can kind of see their emotions on their sleeve. So if they're feeling overwhelmed by the world, then you're seeing it outwardly too. And but then I see also other people that seem very chill and relaxed and easygoing, and that's really great, because they're really great to be around, and it's very easy for them to be kind. However, I just say a word of caution for those people, because those kinds of people tend to bury things deep down, or they numb out really easily with being too busy, maybe alcohol or overeating or whatever it is that they overindulge in. So just because the exterior can be like a nice, like pleasant package where it's such an easy conversation and everything, it doesn't mean that that person is not going through a lot as well. And they may or may not realize it. So if you are that kind of person, just like look at your behaviors too. Is there anything that you're overindulging in? And, or are there even like, any minor physical symptoms? Because you can delve into that more and then take a moment to be kind to yourself and prioritize that introspective kind of self-care where you acknowledge like, hey, I'm a person too. And even though you're amazing and capable of so many things, I see this in people in the hospital because they're able to really stay calm, like in the emergency room, really stay calm under emergency and under a lot of pressure. But at the same time, when you have time, you need to be able to relax, rest, tend to maybe difficult situations that happen during the day, acknowledge that there were certain things that maybe were challenging for you, and not to just brush everything under the rug for the whole day. During the moment, sometimes you have to do that. I completely understand that, especially people that are first responders and have to really take care of things just like very quickly and don't have time to really stop and tend to themselves at every single second of how they're feeling. They just have to do it. So, but then afterwards, to take that time to return to balance, acknowledge what you've been through, and that will be so healthy. So, and I like to say this, start this early on because sometimes you don't realize that things are getting buried until it's been a long time, like over decades, and then it hits you or it catches up to you. So, yeah, go ahead and do that now, because being kind to yourself and to other people can change your neurochemistry. It can change your neurotransmitters. It can change your hormones. And these are things that people are taking drugs for prescription medications for, like antidepressants, works on serotonin. Well, being nice to people is a way to boost your serotonin. And that's incredible. So, I mean, imagine if physicians and other healthcare practitioners were prescribing that for people. Oh, you're feeling kind of down. Maybe we're thinking of like an antidepressant. It's like, well, maybe start doing kind acts. Like, why not start just saying nice things to people, give people compliments that you mean, sincere words. And that could change your neurochemistry. It is so powerful. Inside us, we have this whole pharmacy of natural hormones and natural neurotransmitters and endorphins that we can access by being kind. It increases endorphins, it increases the serotonin, it increases oxytocin, which is what they call this love hormone, dopamine, which gives you this feeling of like just joy. So don't underestimate small things. Like being kind is not a small thing. It might seem like a small act of just, hi, how are you? What you said in the grocery store, just saying something nice to the clerk, or treating everyone like they matter, because they do.
Exactly. And what you just explained, that is amazing.
Isn't it?
That is so helpful, that small gesture of, a conversation to give compliments, that actually internal, it can boost so many levels of your health. That is amazing. And so for you all who are at home, you have to replay this, because this helps you to understand what will energize you, what will help you. It's the remedy itself. For you all at home who know me, it was kind of like interesting when I went to the store. Just a little detail to share. And you should see her face lift up, like I said, with 3 masks, tripled up and stuff. She did understand, and she was kind of like so stressed, and the cashier. And I said, you're going to be fine. I said, you get that bill paid. I said, it's the T-Mobile bill, right? And then I forgot, that I did not know her. And so I put everything in the card, and she already bagged it up while she was listening to me. And she says, Yeah. I said, well, you do great. I said, you've been working here for quite some time. I said, you were always covered. I said, God always got you covered, right? Well, you do amazing. So don't worry about it. You'll get, probably a little bonus or an unexpected something in the mail. And that will help you. Okay. And then she says, okay. And she was just kind of like, and then a big smile. Okay. And you could see her face lit up. So the next week, when I came by, and she actually she came from a different store, and so I didn't know her that well. And she says, "You are the lady." I said,
Oh.
excuse me? I said, you told me about my T-Mobile bill. I said, I had money in the mail. You're the lady. So it's a good thing I only had 3 items I had to pay for, because she was asking me questions and I didn't want to, say more. So she says, how did you do that? I said, oh, anybody can say that, So I walked away. But you see, you could see her face lit up. And, that whole anxiety was gone because of that first time that I shared, with her. And that's really, maybe I shouldn't. But on the other hand,
Well,
I just forgot I didn't know her.
I mean, what you said, there is some truth to that, what you said of anybody can do this, because to say to somebody, I believe in you, is so powerful, because people have naturally so many doubts and that struggle of like, not sure if you can do it, or hesitation or lack of confidence. It's okay. Everyone goes through that at some point, more or less. But when you hear someone say, I believe in you, like I know somehow things can work out. Like it doesn't have to be exactly what you think it will be like, but just that I believe in you. So say that
Exactly.
to other
Yeah.
people, say that to yourself too, right?
Exactly. And yes, so for you all at home, maybe you can identify, to pass it, pass it on, and paying it forward to help people understand, that it's just that little kind word. And then it makes other people feel good and comes right back at you. And that's also the power of the universe, that energy fields, is actually passing on to others, the person in front of you, and then right back at you. So it actually it's a win-win all the way. So before we move forward, I want to share also a poem with all of you at home, and then I'll throw it back to you, Dr. Arlene. So this is the power of kindness, and if you're interested in what I've written on the Facebook, Maudy Fowler and Gail Hunt official page, Facebook, this is the power of kindness, and it says, the world is in pain. The people are hurt. So many things are happening, and sometimes people just need a kind word. Today we're here, tomorrow it's a gift. Let's join together with the power of kindness and embrace this uplift. We can be wise and share this advice. It doesn't cost anything to just be nice. To be kind will give you peace of mind. So, and that's, it's something that people will grab on and hold on. It makes you feel good, and helps you to understand that it's only, like you said, that little word that can internal just escalate an amazing remedy. And I love what you said, how it just boosts other components in, or I don't know what the word is, everything in the body.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Your
will certainly
hormones, your
play this.
neurotransmitters. Yes, absolutely. That's evidence-based. So they have studies on that.
Wow. Wow. So for you all at home, just that little word of kindness will actually take you far, internal, mentally, physically. And, it's just helps you to understand. And it's also that gratefulness. When you're grateful, and looking at Thanksgiving, when you're grateful for yourself, for everything around you, I always say, look at what you do have, look at what you can do, look at who you are, and have faith that, that brings you to a point where you can only be grateful for who you have around you, for what you have, And, in this time with all the inflation and stuff, we don't need that much. We only need each other and what you can put on the table. So,
Mhm.
for having that said, I would say, happy and blessed Thanksgiving. And I am so glad to share this with Dr. Arlene. I am certainly going to replay this because it teaches me a lot, and what you shared, that is really phenomenal. I hope you all at home will do too. And it's just, I always say, in the angelic world, pray and let the angels lead the way. And wishing you all a blessed and beautiful and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you all for joining us for another episode of Dr. Arlene and Maudy. Please like and subscribe, and we would love to hear from you. You can get in touch with me on Instagram at All Worlds Health and Maudy on Instagram at maudy.fowler. And we will see you next time, December 15th, Wednesday at 11 a.m. EST. And that's going to be for divine intervention. So for the season of December. So we will see you next time. Lots of love to all of you. Take care.
Bye. Take care. Thank you for tuning in.